Hello, today we're going to be reviewing Studio Series Gamer Edition Sideswipe. Just picked this guy up. Nice box art. You got the classic Hasbro posing though, where it sucks. So, don't know why they wouldn't put the rocket launcher on his shoulder, because that's where it goes. But yeah, without further ado, let's get it started.
We should scan for Deceptor creep activity.
Alrighty, so here we have the Sideswipe Gamer Edition. I'm pretty sure this is just the War for Cybertron Siege mold, or one of the War for Cybertron molds. I'm not actually sure, because I never was able to get my hands on any of those figures. Head sculpt is really nice. I really like the look of that. They kept that G1 look that I honestly really like, where they have the kind of helmet on them. And of course, with this figure, favorite thing by far is that you can actually attach the rocket launcher, which was my biggest thing about getting this figure, was hoping that the rocket launcher would actually be able to go on the shoulder, which it is. So it comes with the rocket launcher, obviously, and his SMG, which is just your silver plastic gun that most of your figures are going to come with, obviously. I think this figure looks great. My only real complaint with it is this little tiny bit of backpack that peeks through right here, but it's kind of inevitable with something like this. We're gonna have a little bit of backpack kibble. Articulation wise, I mean, this guy's he's got the range. He's got your elbow tilt that you'd want. No wrist swivel, which is a little unfortunate, but you can't have one just because of transformation issues. But you're going to be able to get this guy in a lot of different poses. Has a very big range of posability on this guy. That's not really a pose, it's more of a stance, but that's okay. We've got your arm rotation, full 180, got rotation at the shoulder, obviously same here as well. You've got, I think, a full splits. Full splits here. Which is nice. If you want him to be a gymnastics guy, you can get him with that. The legs cannot go, they can go as far back as you'd probably need. They're just stopped again because of that back kibble, but that's okay. You got nice knee joint there. A little bit of heel swivel, not a whole lot though, but it will be enough to get the job done for whatever poses you may want to get this guy into. Alrighty, and for a little bit of size comparison, here we have him with Studio Series 86 Jazz. They're about the same size. Sideswipe is a little bit taller just because of this rocket launcher. And then here we have him next to Legacy Kickback, which is honestly one of my favorites. Love this mold, it's great. But yeah, so for transformation, it's honestly a really fun transformation. It's not too difficult. So you're gonna lift his hood up, fold that down. You're gonna bring his arms up like so. Bring the hands down like this. Pull them forward. So you're gonna want to have them both like that. You're gonna bring, bring these side doors up. Bring that down, and then you're gonna fold, or you're gonna put that like that, and you're just gonna slide these into these slots right here. No pegs, unfortunately, but it doesn't really need them, if I'm honest. I think that it fits enough to where, you know, it's nice and snug in there, so you're not gonna have them moving around on you. You're then gonna turn the entire front section around. Take these and unpeg them from these little pegs right here. You're gonna fold in these feet. Now in the instructions, it wants you to fold the feet after you connect it. I think it's easier if you just fold them and then connect it. Just because, you know, it can be a little bit of a hassle to try to get both of those feet in, just for me, because I have sizable hands. You're gonna fold this down, and that's just gonna clip in real nice like that. You're gonna take this around like here. You're gonna fold in these, and then you're just gonna fold in the little side doors, and there you have it. There's Sideswipe's alt mode, which I have nothing bad to say about this. I think that it looks great. I take that back. Some of the pegs don't really line up too well. I don't know if that's just mine, but you can see there's a little bit more of a gap there. It's not that big of an issue. It's more of just a slight annoyance thing, but it rolls pretty decently. It doesn't slide, it actually does roll, which is sometimes hard to find with some of these figures, but again, great mold. It's just, you know, it has that plastic sound that I personally love, that little plasticky sound that you get when you're messing with your Transformers. But yeah, you can take your blasters and you can peg them in to the side there, or you can peg them in on top here. I like to put the rocket launcher on top if I am, you know, on the rare chance that I'm actually attaching the guns to my alt mode, and then just attaching the SMG to the side like so. You got his weapons, but me personally, I don't really like how that looks, so I just have a bucket with most of my Transformers weapons. You got the Autobot logo there. You got that cell shading look that, I mean, I personally love this look. If they come out with a Studio Series 86 Sideswipe, I mean, I'll probably end up getting it, but this, I mean, does the job for me personally. And same with that Devastation wheeljack. I've been looking for that, and that will probably be my 86 wheeljack, just because I like the cartoony look of it, you know. I do wish that they kind of went a little more on the cell shading with, you know, the hood, like in the picture here. But that's more of just a, you know, a paint issue, and if, you know, if it's really that big of a deal, I can go in and, you know, paint that cell shaded look on myself. I personally won't do that because I will only really ever change the color of the weapons, you know. But yeah, let's get to the alt mode comparison. Alrighty, and for our comparison, here we have him with 86 Jazz. And these two, honestly, they look great together. Obviously, they're going to be a little bit different just because the windshield on Sideswipe has that cell shading effect, and the 86 Jazz has that clear plastic that I kind of wish it didn't have, just because the 86 movie was all drawn. I like the blue plastic look on the animated characters That's just a personal thing, though. And then here we have him with kickback and his weird alt mode. As much as I love this mold, I mean, what is this? I mean, this is not a grasshopper, but, you know, they look good. They look pretty good by each other. Obviously, kickback's a little oversized as a grasshopper, but what are you gonna do? You know, what are you gonna do? Alrighty, and then that is the vehicle mode comparison. Alrighty, now to close out this review, I'm just going to show you guys how to bring him back into robot mode. So first, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to unfold these door wings here. You're going to come around back to this side. You're just going to undo these hinges here. You're going to pull the whole leg assembly down like that. Pull that out, which kicks the feet out right here. Fold those back in. You're gonna twist the waist around, fold the arms out, hands, boom, put them in a little T-pose there. Fold these back in. You're gonna fold this upwards, fold this down, put the arms down, and there you go, back in robot mode. Now, if you are putting the rocket launcher on his shoulders, you have two slots here. You have a peg here, so you can either put it on this shoulder or this shoulder. I opt with this one just because it's accurate to not only the show, but also the game. And you're just gonna take his SMG and put that in his hands. And there you have Studio Series Gamer Edition Sideswipe. Pretty good figure. Now for $30, I don't know. But it is a nice figure.
Listen, I've got search instincts like a proton-powered Pathfinder. Watch it!